I just woke up. But we got a new convention! And it starts in 4 hours. I intended to wake up later, but that didn't happen, and I don't feel like I can go back to sleep now. We'll see how it ends. I am gonna be Gumshoe again, but I am working on something new. And like Stingray, I'm gonna be meeting with some friends there. Gumshoe, I am the Gumshoe, I am the Gumshoe, I am the Gumshoe. Grass, 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 grass. Card, 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 card. I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Yeah. Attorneys. Everyone is here. All right here. All available. I've seen some vendors. I've seen some cosplayers. See, they're all... And there's people... There's like a folks hiding in eggs. Great Scott, it is hot, and I am not afraid to admit that I am afraid to walk up to any booth. So I might as well just stalk around and stare at people. Like that. See, I've been in the Discord for this con, so I know some of the... Dear Jiminy Christmas! Visited Fable Peaches, who I bought the Sonic pins from, or buttons, sorry, I keep calling them pins. And I just, they added Ace Attorney buttons to their line of products. And of course I bought all of them, and one more Sonic pin, because there's also a bunch of people signing up for the showcase, but I don't think mine is quite high caliber. I just signed up for the cosplay showcase. Maybe this was a mistake. I don't know. We'll see. Also, the people who are doing sign-ups are doing like a nice thing, and I bought a thing from them. They were very nice. I like them a lot.
Bumbling idiot. But he is genuine, and he is sincere, and he means the best for everyone around him. And I think that is something we should all strive for. And while he may not be the smartest, him and I are smart enough to know we are not hurting anyone to express ourselves.
I just went up on stage and said stuff, and and my heart rate has increased. Oh my god. I just spent $35 on a big coat crochet bee, and they didn't have any bags big enough to carry him, so I'm stuck with him. My friend just won Judge's Choice. That's insane. Big group photo with all of the other contestants.
Everybody's going to the Clockwork Vaudeville. Everybody wants to see the show. People clap and stomp their feet and join in with the robot beat, while music and song fill the air.
I got the updated autopsy report. I gotta hand it in to the boss. I got a Kirby print, and the vendors, all the vendors are so nice. I love vendors. They are the best people, and I've used half my budget already. I'm money smart. See, I'm a good little Transformers nerd. I knew that guy was Ultra Magnus and not Optimus Prime. Something I've noticed about conventions is that whenever I'm at one, my voice gets instinctively higher. Also, there's an Easter egg hunt here, but I've only found one egg. I gotta be on the lookout for more eggs. I know that guy hid one under the trash can. I saw him do it, the rascal that he is. But I'm not digging under there. You can't hide from me, you sneaky bastard. Yeah, the worst thing about today is that it is blazing hot and I am in a trench coat. There's a blade here who had to ditch the trench coat just because it was so hot. I know him from the Discord. He's also a person who makes stuff, so I'm gonna link him if I can. I'm ready to start swimming in that fountain, it's so hot. There's also a vehicle show going on here, but I'm not a big car head, or whatever they call themselves, gear heads, motor mouth from Transformers. Look all over on there. Look, there's a bunch of things. Look, there's the convention. Look, there's a lake. Look. Marvin, I understand why you left halfway through. It's blazing out here. I'm sitting on the bridge now because I'm defeated. We're only like 2 hours into this thing. That is the most realistic bird costume I have ever seen. We're at the maid cafe now. It's see, there are the maids. Here is the cafe. It's got shade. I am so tired. I made a purchase at the maid cafe and I immediately drank all of it. It's so hot. Guys, what kind of fish is that? Look at all the people, all in their crazy costumes. Green and grows, just like Dick Gumshoe's trench coat. The nice people made tasty treats. We're leaving the event for like an hour because it's just death. I got sunburnt there. I'm back. I can tell that there has been people, reasonably, probably the smart thing to do considering how hot it is. In fact, I came back at the hottest part of the day, hoping it'll cool down. So we're back. What in the blimmin' hell happened here? It's kind of dying down. I've spent almost all my money, and some of the vendors are packing up, but I'm determined I'm gonna stick it out for the last 2 hours of the con, roughly, and have fun. You know, I feel like just going to conventions and being in the community has strengthened me a lot more to Sonic than I would think, because people love Sonic around these parts. Sonic won the cosplay competition. Now there is a blue smudge on my face for the entire rest of the vlogs. Live with it.
Everybody's going to the Clockwork Vaudeville. Everybody wants to see the show. People crowd the doors, scream and shout for more wild music and song. Fill the air. Clockwork Vaudeville. Clockwork Vaudeville. When I was a young boy, I went down to the county.
This guy, he just doesn't stop. He's been like non-stop dancing since I got back. It's been like an hour. He's manic in the best way. What a cool guy. I have but $3 left to my name because I am a shopaholic and buy a lot of things. But I just want to support everyone equally because, like, I don't know what it is about selling things in a little tent and a little booth, but everyone here is just the nicest person. And all the cosplayers have either gone home or they're playing Dungeons and Dragons. If I get a haircut, I'll be accurate Gumshoe because now I'm poor. The man is still going like the legend he is. The bloody legend. I'm out of money. I spent it all. The person selling the thing I wanted wasn't there at first, so I just stood at their booth until they came back. I have patience, and there's still an hour left. What do I do? Do I just watch the guy dance? He's not doing it right now, but I know he's gonna be back at it, that bastard. Because it's their last one, the ice cream person just gave me their... Can people get nicer? I mean, it's probably melting right now in the heat, but like, oh my god, people are so nice. What did I say? I just met with the orchestrator of the event. I like saying orchestrator because it makes him sound like an evil mastermind. But really, he's a really nice dude. He's doing another convention in October. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll go. Supposedly, it's gonna just have no sales or anything, so none of this. I'm not gonna spend all my money again. I am now leaving the event. I spent the last hour... What I was gonna say before I got distracted and didn't re-record this part, I spent the last hour of the convention talking to some of the vendors, including Fable and Shay of Shay's Charm Studios, and it was a grand old time. We talked about various things, like the Fallout TV show, they talked about cards, and I didn't know anything there, and then talked about Taskmaster, which I made a whole video on, and I got a picture with Fable and Cody as they were taking down their booth. Con day over, con day over.
Hello, it is now after the event, it is the next day, and first, for this segment I do want to apologize for the acoustics and the sound because we are remodeling my office and the entire floor is gone. So, how was the event? It was amazing. Start to finish, it was a brilliant day, even in the blazing sun. Thank you so much to Double Dodds for hosting the event, and thank you to all of the vendors and all of the guests who were so pleasant to talk to. It was the nicest community I've ever been around. Everyone was so nice. They gave me free ice cream. And I spent all my money, except for $1.55. So I am accurate, Gumshoe. So now I want to do the haul, but I should say this is re-recorded footage. Because when I was first filming the haul and all, I noticed that I was missing one of the items that I got, which was from Fable, a Wave the Swallow button.
Yeah, I know. Look at me point. What am I? Oh God, what's happening to me? Oh God.
that I just grabbed because I wanted to support her. And I don't know why entirely, but that just really angered me. It sent me into like mania. I was not happy at all. I looked everywhere. I cannot find the thing. I'm so sorry. Really, it was one of more inconsequential items because I was still able to buy from Fable. Not to sound full of myself, but because of me, Fable extended their line of products to include a Saturni. Here's a Phoenix button. Here's an Edgeworth button, which by the way, there was an Alistair there, first person I talked to, came up to me for a photo. It was amazing. I even had a microphone that had a radio filter and all. It was such a nice interaction, very nice person, great way to start the day.
How can you not like the guy? He has his turn. Well, the world is a stage, and the stage is a world of entertainment.
And they had told me that they had been in Edgeworth before, and it was like, if they came to this event as Edgeworth, we would have a Gumshoe in Edgeworth. That would be so cool. And here's Gumshoe, literally me, my goat.
All my buttons. What do you do with a button? I don't know. I don't know where to put these. Do you press them?
Bombshells Cosplay were the ones who were holding the contest signings. They're super nice, they're trying to spread positivity and all, and so I bought a little button from them. And the big guy. The Crochet Bee. I bought from Shay's Charm Studios, I think that's how you say her name. I know it's Cheyenne, so I'll just say Cheyenne. I bought the Big Bee for $35. This was a lot of my budget, but he's worth it because I love him, and I will call him Bertrude. Cheyenne had just made him the night before the event. And I talked with Cheyenne at the last hour along with Fable and some others, and she was very nice, and had some other products that, if I had seen those, I would have got them. Actually, no, I probably wouldn't have gotten them just because I spent so much on the bee, sorry. I'm getting a lot into like more crochet things. I got this little guy at work a few weeks ago, and at the event I bought this. A little crochet star. Sadly, I do not remember the vendor that I got it from, but I just walked up and saw, hey, a star. I've kind of branded myself around stars, Starslime and all, even though the name comes from Transformers, which, hey, I saw an Ultra Magnus there. Now I've got a bunch of crochet stuff. One of the more interesting things that I bought was from Fluffy Callie Studios, I think that's what it's called, and it's a little Dunsparce mug that says, "So done with today." That's great. I'll be taking my pills in this. My sleeping pills. I don't have like mental health medication or anything. But I also bought this rainbow pen that says I have depression. So
I have crippling depression.
I got this little Dunsparce button to match with the mug. Put it in there. Then I also got a little Mimikyu artwork with a Pikachu as well. I wanted to get something Mimikyu because there was a lot of it around. And I believe I got it from Pastel Storm, yes? From Holly's Whimsical Wonders, I got a bookmark that says "Get a Life." Yeah, I read comic books, but digital comic books, but it's funny.
I am a book boy, I am a book boy, I am a book boy.
And one of the things I really like is this Kirby artwork from Mr. Incredible. I was the first customer of the booth that I got it from, and I really like it. Kirby is probably my favorite Nintendo property, that or Metroid or Pokemon. I don't know, one of those three. In terms of actual games, it's probably Metroid. The last thing I bought when I was down to like $3 was a nifty sticker that says, "I'm the mess. I like Hazbin Hotel Season 1. All my friends make fun of me for it." I really like Nifty because she's easy to explain, and you don't have to go into all the deep stuff. This was from Nick's Echo Art, And that is all the stuff that I bought.
I wasn't that interested in buying stuff from the Artist's Alley. That changed.
But, as I said before, there was also an Easter egg hunt, and all the Easter eggs had little goodies in it, such as a little Gundam thing, Haichu candy, and the eggs themselves. And I don't know where it went, but a little QR code for Atomic Treehouse, which was a band that played while I was home resting up. I talked to Fable and they said that they bought like so much to support Atomic Treehouse. I wasn't there. I couldn't support them. So, day was great. I was happy to see Fable, and I was happy to buy a bunch of things. And like I said, the main thing I loved was that everybody was so nice and accepting. I went up on the stage during the cosplay showcase and stuff, and just said my message of, hey, I think that you should express yourself as long as you aren't hurting anyone. Except everyone around me was doubling up on me by being altruistic to everyone else. I wanted to be able to support everyone equally, however I did buy a $35 B, so I couldn't buy from everyone. I also have nowhere to put any of these things. Even like the stuff that I bought from Stingray Con, the buttons and the print, I have nowhere to put these things. So they've just been piling around. I need to put them, like I said, my office is remodeling, that's why it's mostly empty. Yeah, I hope everyone had an amazing time. Attendee, vendor, other person. Double Dogs, the manager of the event. He has a Discord server for Anime in the Park, and he is very communicative. He was very transparent about everything about the event and has been very helpful with some guests. Double Dogs also does Netsucon, which is in October, which I will probably be going to. I got a little photo with him because he's a cool guy. Anime in the Park, during its marketing and all, branded itself around acceptance and letting others express themselves, and that was perfect. Everyone at the event definitely contributed to a good atmosphere, and man, I feel bad for the people who had to be there all day long. It was so hot. So yeah, I'm hoping that this is a much shorter video than Stingray, much simpler, because man, making the Stingray video was a hassle. And I want to get on to doing other videos because I have a few in the lineup. I hope everyone had a wonderful time, because I did, and I shouldn't be the only one to have a great time.
All of you are so awesome. Thank you for being a part of Anime in the Park at our Lake David Park 2025 event. It was really beautiful, really surreal watching everything come together, like this kaleidoscope of different sights and sounds, from all the art that we saw, the music and the cosplay. Every single one of you were part of the tapestry of this event. So I do want to thank you for showing up and making it happen. If you want to follow our latest updates, visit our website, animeinthepark.com, and follow us on Instagram at animeinthepark. We do plan to keep doing this over and over and over again because it's a lot of fun and it's really healthy and it's good for the world. So we'll be back at it. All right, from Anime in the Park, my name is Daniel. I'll see you at the next one. All right, take care.
So, as I said to every vendor, because it's pretty much my catchphrase, have a great day.
The small things that make this world for me. All around is a life of un-Delightment. Whoa, when I wake up, it's waiting there for me. Can you feel it? This life of un-Delightment.